What is up? What is up, everybody? It's Mark the Mike, and it's another The MorphinCast by Red Cyclo Inc. I'm Mark the Mike. With my tag partner, Louis. No, Louis. Tenacious T. I am. I don't
Yo,
know.
yeah, I'm
It's
always
funny. I'm
here.
staring at you, and I go to the wrong name.
It's okay. It's the first time we've ever done that in the 11 years of us
Yeah.
podcasting. So,
Gokaiger is our topic today. I was excited. I think we actually started doing the Sentai and Power Ranger stuff because of this Sentai.
because of this one, I didn't know anything about it. You said you ended up watching some of it
Yeah.
when it first was coming out and stuff like that. So I've always been intrigued with it. So
Yeah. So I think this was the one that got me. Well, like, damn, I want to see how good this one is compared to the shit that we got in America, and then started watching this one, and it was really fucking good. Probably one
yeah,
of the top ones that we have seen in a while. Like, we had some dud ones as of late. We the last one we watched and stuff. But yeah, Gokaiger is our topic. Just before we get into the full topic, I just want to get updates for the MorphinCast. Um, so we are doing these the Wheel of Hell in between these casts. So always have something with the Morphin cast coming out. Um, so far we have two. We have the Luchadors, and then we also have Mystic Knights Terra Nog. Our next one is VR Troopers. So we are
I can't
getting
wait to
through it.
continue Los Luchadors.
Yeah. So we're getting into those in between mainly the Sentais, because the Sentais take the most time. So
Yeah.
the unique thing with this one, we don't go to the next Sentai. We go and skip a whole season to get to the next one for the Sentai.
Well,
Um,
which one is it that we have to do American next?
Dino Charge.
Dino Charge, and that's with Kendall Morgan, right?
Yes.
And like the Shrek looking
Yes.
villain with the
Yes.
Harley Quinn girl.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Which I recall it being a good show. And Kendall Morgan, as for people who have listened to our podcast, she is I think top five best females in all of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
So
So that will be our next Morphin cast. Will be for Dino Charge. Um, then from Dino Charge we go into the Sentai, which skips a season and goes into that one. Uh, and then
yeah,
it get
that's
it
that's where you come into play.
yeah.
Cause I don't know which order. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just clicking and playing.
Yeah, so pretty much the Sentais they skip seasons. So we skip one, we go to Dino Charge. Then the next season that the Americans use skips two and then goes to Ninja Steel. And
Okay.
then for Beast Morphers, it goes back like four seasons for Beast
I
Morphers.
mean, like, wouldn't that like I don't know. I feel like it would. Well, I guess America's dumb, so they're not gonna notice. Like, I feel like in Japan they would notice that shit. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
it's like, as you can tell, with each season of Sentai, it like progresses
yeah,
in quality and progresses in technology and like overall visual and stuff like that.
yeah,
So I feel like if we tried to do so, if they tried to do something like that, like drop a show and then drop a show that's 4 years before that, like I feel like it wouldn't go past anybody's eyes. I feel like everybody would catch on to it.
yeah,
But us, our westernized world over here, I'm pretty sure we're pretty stupid.
yeah.
So
So we get some skipping of Sentais and stuff like that, and there are some really good ones that we skip. So hopefully down the road we go back to those and watch some of those. Um, because it gets really weird with the way they do the seasons. And Beast Morphers, the reason why they picked that one is the fact that that was one that they didn't really use a lot of footage for the Sentai. The main footage they did use were the Zords and like maybe very few of the fight scenes. They was
oh,
trying to produce more of it in with Hasbro, so that's the reason why they went back, and they kind of liked the gadgets and kind of what the toy line will be because it had a lot of gadgets and things like that. Even though I don't think they used all of it, so
I've never seen Beast Morphers, so
yeah,
this one because when we started the Sentai venture,
yeah,
um Beast Morphers, I think, was just coming out,
Mm-hmm.
and here we are a couple of years later.
Yeah,
You know, I mean,
we're getting
it's
there.
still, yeah, yeah, slowly and surely, but
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like we're rewatching for listeners that don't know, we're rewatching every single season of Power Rangers
yeah,
up to Beast Morphers that we watched while watching its parent season of Super Sentai,
yeah,
which, in America, they're only like 20, 30 episodes, and in Japan, Super Sentai is like 50 to 52 episodes. So
yeah,
it does take a little bit more time and a little bit more work to get these seasons done.
yeah,
But we have no shortage of shows to watch, so
yeah,
we will be continuing for a long
yeah,
time.
yeah. I was looking to add some stuff into the Wheel of Hell. I was going to add some of those obscure Japanese shows as well. So I got a couple names that I put into the Wheel of Hell, and I kind of want them to be a surprise to you. But there's some that are like parodies of Power Rangers, and some of them are just like one-offs that didn't last that long.
Okay. I mean, I'm always down for
Yeah,
everything. So
and Spider-Man is in that list.
spoot 'em in.
The eggs and bacon.
I'm playing with my tablet. So
Yeah,
for those of you who don't know, he's at his house in Manhattan while I'm on Long Island, and we're doing it
he's
on a cross-platform thing, and I'm changing my appearance.
he's doing the podcast on someone's table,
Yeah,
about to get eaten. No,
I don't even know what the hell I'm doing, to be
he
honest
got
with you.
two
But
eggs as eyes.
yeah, I don't know.
Your
Just
mouth
playing
is
around with it.
toast. Your mouth looks like a beard toast.
I'm just gonna leave it.
It looks like someone tried to make Homer Simpson with with breakfast food.
It's like what is it? The movie with the Infinite Universes with the girl.
Oh,
Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. It won like massive awards a couple years ago.
oh,
It's like in some
I know what
dimension,
you're talking
I
about.
am eggs with toast.
Uh, fuck, I can't think of the name.
It's fine.
Something all at once.
Yeah,
Fuck.
everything together all at once or some shit
Yeah,
like
something
that.
like that. Everything and everything all at once, or something like that.
Yeah.
It was a really good
So like
movie.
in some alternate universe, my guy is eggs and toast.
There you go.
And this
Eggs and
is
toast,
more of
man.
a listening thing, so nobody here will actually really see me.
Yeah,
So it's okay.
yeah.
It's
I
only for
should put
you.
the video right now. Anyway, so our topic is Kazu Sentai Gokaiger. This is number 35. So this is the 35th anniversary of Super Sentai. This runs for 51 episodes. It has 6 movies and 1 special. It was introduced February 13th, 2011. It ended February 19th, 2012. This is also the counterpart of Super Power Rangers Super Mega Force, which was a dud. Um, just the style of just the style of the Rangers alone, just I think they'll beat the shit out of the Mega Force.
Oh yeah, listen, anything in this show will beat the shit out of Megaforce.
Yeah.
Megaforce is so trash compared to what this show actually brought. I'm actually disgusted. This was Saban era, right?
Yes.
I'm very mad at Saban. Okay,
Yeah.
because Saban had all the components to make some real magical shit, and it was just flopped.
Yeah.
So
Um, and this is one season that actually all the other Rangers has some interesting storylines as well. So I was very very excited with this season, and um, I'll go into the synopsis right now. So the 34 Super Sentai have who have been protected the smiles of the people. They lost their powers fighting the space empire Zagak, but their powers have been inherited by these unbelievable rogues, and their names are the Gokaiger. Um, Pretty much their storyline is that they're pretty much pirates, and they're stealing. Doom's going. That's your cousin Doom. um, so pretty much they were pirates this whole series, and they kind of just wanted the power for themselves as greed in the beginning, and then they started realizing that they needed to do stuff to prevent their world to being collapsed because To being rich ain't gonna be great unless you have a world to spend the money in.
Well, so a little background. This they appeared in the movie
Yes.
for Gokaiger.
Yes.
They came, and that's where the legendary battle happens. Is inside that show, right? I
Yes.
mean, inside that movie.
Yes.
So we got introduced to them. So with Megaforce and Super Megaforce, they didn't even really dive down into Gokaiger. They kind of just took their suits
Yeah. And they're badass
for
suits.
for the rest of Super Megaforce
Yes.
because America can't come up with new ideas of how to keep them cool, so they decide to switch up mid season
Yes.
and put a whole new thing in. But yeah, so it's important to note that they originally appear in the movie, which is the only movie I've seen of
Yes.
a Sentai up to this point in time. And from what I've seen, and shouts out to my boy Matt, who actually has seen all the Sentais. This is one of his favorite seasons,
Yeah.
and he told me that I have to watch the movies.
Yeah.
There's 6 movies,
Yeah.
and like the movies are badass. And as good as this season is, that might be something that I have to do on like my own time. You know what I mean? Because
I watched the movies. I took my time because I finished the season early, so I watched some of the movies.
yeah,
The one with the one with the VR trooper looking character, that was actually
the
pretty
silver
good.
one. It looked like a silver RoboCop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That one was pretty good. I forgot the name of it.
And then
Um,
there's another one, another movie with a common writer
yes, I watched that one
as
too, and that
well.
was pretty good. That was Common Rider 000, and that's who they teamed up with. They also like honestly when on our stream, pretty much to where we streamed the Sentai, they usually have the commercials because usually it is like a super block of the TV series. So they show Sentai and they show Kamen Rider, and usually is our thing, and they usually try to team them up and stuff like that. But we actually got a lot of that in here. Um,
They're basically from the same universe too, right?
yeah,
Sentai and Kamen Rider,
they
or like
kind
a
of
lot of
play
them.
off it. Yeah, yeah. They kind of play off that they are in the same universe and everything. I'm just trying to get the movie's name. So, Gokaiger movies, because I watched them. The only one I didn't finish watching is the 10 year later one,
Okay.
which is 10 years legit 10 years later. The flying ghost ship one was okay. You kind of have to know what was going on before then and after because it kind of leads into the current season. So
Okay.
that one kind of connects. The other
Current
thing
season
is
of
you kind of
Kamen
have to
Rider,
see, huh?
of Kamen Rider or Sentai.
Of the Sentai.
Okay.
So they have all right. So these are the movies. They have Gokaiger, Goshin. This is the war. They have the 10 year later. They have one with the space cops. Space Griffin Gavin. That's the silver RoboCop looking dude, which is kind of in the VR trooper
Kind of.
Sentai universe. They have one with Go Buster. They have one with the Samurai Rangers.
Hmm.
So and then Captain Marvelous does show up in a couple other movies.
Okay. Well, this is definitely one of the best Sentais, like in general, from
Yeah,
what we have seen so far. Um, And don't get me wrong, like collectively, Sentai's good, and it's always usually far superior. I think that's only maybe like a handful that America actually like matched up
yeah.
or succeeded a Sentai. But from what I remember, this is I don't know how to put this, but it's like all the Sentais that we've seen were good, but like
Yeah.
the RPM one, obviously I'm going to relate to its American counterpart. Like RPM one was good, but it wasn't like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Operation Overdrive, it was good, but it wasn't like this. I think like the last great one that we had, I think was actually like the Mystic Force. I remember being
It
pretty
was
dope.
solid.
And yeah, and then the SPD one
Yeah.
being really good,
Yeah.
but like, but this one blows fucking so many out of the water, bro.
Yeah.
Like this is the quintessential. This is Super Sentai. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This right here is one of the greatest things that we have seen in general.
Yeah.
I genuinely love this show, and I can't wait to dive down into it more. So
I love the theme song. I
I know you've been
I was
saying
I
talking about the
was
theme song since you press play.
I was yeah, I've been this is another theme song that I kind of got annoyed of it in the beginning and then it just really caught on to me. I do like the end song that they kind of go through all the Power Rangers like kind of like a Pokemon rap
Yeah,
and it shows you all the Sentai before. And then they
I
evolved it too later on.
I didn't mind it. It gets repetitive, and especially when you're binge watching it,
Yeah.
like I do. You know what I mean? So it's like it does get annoying after a while. But yeah, no, I don't really recall too many Sentais off the top of my head of their theme songs. So this is
Yeah.
the freshest one.
This one
That's a
in
problem that I
Die
have with
Ranger.
the Sentais is
Yeah.
that like I haven't seen I've only ran through the seasons that we watched once. So it's like in this season, especially them bringing characters back
Yeah.
um up until the point of like they flash and you see like their actual suits of who they are.
Yeah.
I don't remember. They just look familiar, and I don't want to be the racist guy saying like they all look alike, but they all kind of look alike. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they do. You know what I mean? No offense or anything like that. It's just just like white people, all white fucking people, white people look alike, and I'm
Yeah.
white, so I can say that. But yeah, like I didn't grip who they were until like they showed the flash scene of who they are. It's not like, oh shit, it's what's his face
Yeah.
from fucking Car Ranger. No, I didn't realize that until they flashed. So that was the only thing that I wish I kind of was more knowledgeable on, but like I said, we've only went through the Sentais once.
Yeah.
It's not absorbed in my brain like watching Mighty Morphin
Yeah.
or Up to Space. I would say because like or just all the American Power Rangers so far because we've already ran through it once.
Yeah.
So this our second time around. I do pick up and notice things, but
Yeah.
for like I just wish I kind of honored them a little bit more because this season was. It was the perfect homage to Sentai.
Yeah.
It was this is I just wish they just copy America just copied this from beginning to end because it's like this is how America should have done it. This was the best complimentary season in showing love to past Sentais. Like I don't think it could have gotten better.
I straight up say that they could have just pay for it to get dubbed and just bring it to the fucking US.
Yeah, but I think kids would bug over the fact that the voices don't match up to the words because I would bug out about
Kids
that.
freaking watch anime all the damn. Anime is probably the most popular thing kids watch nowadays, and they're used to that shit.
Yeah, but anime is different because it's
You'd be
cartoons.
surprised,
So it's
man. You'd be surprised.
I don't watch anime,
Yeah.
so that's not. But like this, man, this is just it's beautiful. I do have a couple of things that I could have been better with
Yeah.
it, but overall, this show is as close to flawless as possible.
Yeah, I agree. There's like little hiccups and things that I say that this show did. Some of the like the dragging episodes that just like didn't have a connection to anything, but then you had a lot of story with other episodes.
Yeah.
Um, there's a lot of things
The
that
last
did.
battle
Yeah.
scene, the last fight,
Yeah.
was probably the major thing that I didn't like. It pissed me off. It's like it could have been so more climactic than what it was. It was kind of like the build up to it
Yeah.
was so great that I kind of think that the last fight scene was just mediocre. You know
I
what I
would
mean?
have
Compared to
taken the Bosco fight, the Bosco final fight as the finale than the last fight.
yeah, no, I agree that duel, that showdown
Yeah.
that they did. Like, yeah, I feel like that would have been a better route because then that the father comes down. It's like they're fighting. Okay,
Yeah.
so what? You know what I mean? There was nothing really spectacular about the actual ending of the fight where
Yeah.
we have seen in Sentai, we all know damn well the last 10 episodes you tune in and you
Yeah.
pay attention. You know what I mean? Because it's some of the greatest writing and acting and filming and stuff like that. But I just feel like out of a show that is so good, that was probably like my biggest gripe, is that the ending could have been better.
I
Which
could agree with that because they didn't really build that character to be that threat. They again, Bosco was
Exactly. It
the
was his
threat.
son the whole time. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? The son was in Gokaiger.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you like to have him come in at the end. It's just like he pops in just at the end. Like,
Yeah.
oh great. You know what I mean? Wow. Like we don't even care about this fucking guy. We're not invested in this villain for it to be that climactic end that we deserve. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Don't get me wrong, it was good, but it was just lackluster.
Like I liked the changing of Rangers and they ended with the Dino the Dragon Zord Red Ranger when they actually defeated him and shit. I thought that scene was pretty dope. But beyond that, like again, the final boss was just not connected.
It's
And
not what
again,
we needed.
you
It's
had
not
the
what we
build
wanted.
and then you had to build with Bosco throughout the whole season, and then that fight and the way it ended with them two bloodied up and shit like that, that's the way it should have ended. And
I
I
completely
thought that could have
completely
been the
agree.
end. Yeah, I thought that
Yeah,
could have been
that
the
could have
end.
been it.
Yeah,
100%. Like, don't get me wrong. Like that is the only thing. Now, like you said, you know what I mean. Like the kind of dragged out episodes, but like we get that with every
yeah,
show.
yeah,
We get that with every season. You need a filler. It's 51 episodes.
yeah,
Okay, there's only so much story arc they can actually fit in, and I thought this show did a very good job at continuing stories and like jumping back, because like if you notice with the Rangers and their backstories, it didn't just happen over one episode. It happened in periodic episodes. You know what I
yes,
mean? Where they kind of kept tying it in, which I thought was pretty genius of keeping you in lore of how this person came to be a pirate
yeah,
without giving it away in just one episode. Like you're actually more invested in the characters than you are like any other time. Because any other time would just be a backstory of
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
one episode.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I know the Yellow Ranger, like she had like 2-3 episodes that just pertain to her and her sister.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like which I thought was good. It was good writing. It
yeah.
just.
Let's introduce our Rangers real fast. We have Captain Marvelous, the Red Ranger. You have Joe, the Blue Ranger. You have Luca, the Yellow Ranger. Luca. You have
Yeah, Luca.
Don, the Green Ranger. You have Amy, the Pink Ranger, and you have Guy, the Silver Ranger.
Yo,
Um,
so Luca is so hot. She,
Cheers.
there is something so sexy about her, and I really don't know what it is.
I
But
I'll send you the
I
video.
was I was
Yeah,
kind of in awe of her
yeah.
every time she was on screen. She just is so sexy. I'm sorry, like for anybody out there and thinking I'm fucking like I'm sorry. It is what it is. Sorry, Christina. You're probably listening right now,
I
but
will. S-
she
I
is so hot. Like she really is.
There is a movie that comes out later on. I think it comes out like late, like maybe like 5 years later than this, and it's her, the Blue Ninja, and one of the I think the Mystic Knight Pink. They team up and they're mothers and they're older and stuff like that. She looks amazing older.
Yeah, her
Yeah,
name is Mao
yeah,
Ichimichi. I've dove down into everything about her. When I tell you I'm not really attracted to Asian women like that,
yeah,
but her and Beauty's on Net are like she, I think she's actually better than Beauty's on Net, and that's a tough one for me to say.
yeah,
But she had this girl next door kind of like look to her,
yeah,
but also just like badass. One of my favorite thing about these Rangers, which I think I'm gonna be honest, I think they're the best Sentai team.
yeah.
I
I'll
that,
say they're
that
top
might,
five, 100%,
I
or
think
probably
they're
the
the
best.
best.
Yeah, I think they have
I
the
I
most story.
I think they have the best connection, chemistry with each other. They have the best backstories. I think they mesh well together. They're all badasses and soft in their own rights and
Yeah,
stuff like that. Like they shoot motherfuckers with guns, bro.
yeah,
They're not even transformed. They're not even they're not even powered up in their suits, and they're just shooting people. And I'm like, it's just badass. And
Yeah.
it's like they literally like they felt like it was effortless. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they actually felt like they were fucking Sentai. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where certain seasons that we can agree that not every team has the greatest chemistry, but like does know how to perform well and fight well. Like I felt like they had all the components to be the best. Like I can't think of another Sentai team that was this dope. Like
Cause,
that was this cool.
Cause I would even say Dire Ranger, we had a good team, but they weren't as story oriented as these guys are.
Yeah, I agree. Like Dire Ranger's our favorite, and
Yeah.
it's still my favorite. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like I'll say how I feel. Where
Yeah.
this show ranks later,
And then
but
I'll say
like
another top one would
Jetman,
be
like
Jetman. Yeah.
Jetman's team, obviously Zoo Ranger, Zy Ranger, whatever how the
Yeah.
hell you enunciate it. We have a connection with them because of Mighty Morphin and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I think Jin in Car Ranger is probably one of the best characters in Sentai as well. But like overall, just team wise,
Yeah.
like I don't think any team touches this team.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I could agree with that because again, everyone had a story. Everyone had a reason to like them or a reason to build to like them. Because even the Green
The
Ranger was a kind of a punk in the beginning, and then he built a story that was like made him a badass
Yo,
during
the Blue
the time.
Ranger was a badass the whole time.
Yeah, yeah. I
The
said the
Blue
Green.
Ranger reminds me of Sky
Yeah,
in SPD, of how he's not the Red Ranger, he's the Blue Ranger, but could be a Red Ranger.
yeah. I could agree with
You
that.
know what I mean? Like he's perfect for that. Marvelous is the man.
Marvelous
Like
is
I think
badass.
he's one of the smoothest characters in Sentai. Like he's like emotionless, but at the same time like slick and like sarcastic at the
Yeah,
same time. And I'm just like, yo, he is the quintessential Sentai Red Ranger. Like he's number like if we were to break down the Red Rangers, which I don't really remember too much of the Sentai names and everything like that,
yeah.
but obviously we know fucking what's his face from Zoo Ranger.
Geki. Yeah,
Um, yeah, Geki. He's the goat. He'll always be the goat. This is Marvelous is he's pretty up there, man. He's up there he is a real leader.
yeah,
He's never turned his back on his team once. How many times did he get blown up?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he got his ass handed to him, and he took it like a G every single time. I don't think he ever questioned himself or
No,
questioned his abilities
he
or
was
questioned his
extremely
team.
confident. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that is a Red Ranger. You know what I mean?
I'll say this, and this will be a very. I think he puts all the American Red Rangers to shame.
Oh, whoa.
I think he
That
was
is
a yeah.
that's a bold statement right
I
there, and I
Cause I will
respect it.
say this, and then this is my honest, great opinion. I didn't like Tommy as a Red Ranger.
Well, Tommy's
Jason.
not a Red
I
Ranger. He's
started
not.
hating Jason more and more as I got to know him. And I think it's more of a
I mean,
personal thing than more than
I
a
mean,
personal thing than like that.
if you really break down the American Red Rangers, which we have a Red Ranger episode
I
that
will say,
we
I'll
do our
say,
rankings, but we're gonna go back and redo that.
yeah, I'll say like the closest person probably fight style might
Andros,
be who?
Andros.
Andros and maybe Jack.
I was also gonna say Wes,
I could say
because
Wes,
Western Time Force is a good Red Ranger.
but I will say this, and this is again a straight opinion, and that is my opinion. But I think like that, I think Captain Marvel just whoops all their asses, and
Yo, he just
somehow steals
duped
their
them,
power.
bro. Takes their grand power.
Yeah.
Oh
So
man.
going into the Rangers again, we were very happy with these Rangers. I think they probably are the best team that we have gotten in Sentai. I think the villains as well. I think they did a great job, but I don't think for most Sentais that we usually watch, they usually have more of his story. Besides
Yeah.
Bosco, there was not something very remembrance of a lot of the villains. Besides that green chick, I liked her
Yeah, but
character
what about the Blue Ranger's friend that
and
turned
his
into that
yeah,
cyborg dude? But what came of him? I don't even remember anything coming of him.
he died.
Oh, that's it.
Blue Ranger
Okay.
killed his ass.
He's but like Bosco was
Bosco
dope.
was
You know
great.
what I mean?
Yes.
And Aka Red, right?
Yeah.
What you call it? Like he kind of was a character in this, but he's not part of this season. You know what I
No.
mean? Like what season is he from?
So Aqua
Because I
Red was
remember.
part of the anniversary movie. That's where he came from,
Okay,
and he's the one that kind of guided Captain Marvelous to get the power.
so Aka Red is not part of a Sentai, like
Nah, he
in a
was made
season.
for the 35th anniversary
Okay,
because he was supposed to be a
he
he was supposed to be a
okay.
combination of all the Red Rangers combined.
I thought because when we were doing the COC for the Popcorn
Yeah.
podcast, you chose him and I dove down into him. I thought that he was a Red Ranger that harnessed all the Red Rangers,
Yeah.
but like was part of a season. I didn't know that he was made specifically for this movie. So his cameo is justified inside this season. I
Yes.
didn't know that.
Yeah, he's the one that started Captain Marvelous, pretty much.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. I mean that's dope. I need to dive down more into him. I'm gonna have to watch these movies because like I don't, the entrance videos always kind of spoil a little bit of the
yeah.
movies, and
Yeah.
I'm always like sitting there waiting, like, is this happening in this episode? Is this happening in this episode? And it's
Yeah.
like it doesn't happen at all. I'm like, fuck, it's these damn movies, man.
Yeah.
But this
Um,
is a season, this is a show and a Sentai team that I'll watch every single. I'll watch every single show. I
yeah.
mean, every single movie.
Yeah. Again, the villains were good, but they weren't great. But when we got Bosco introduced, I think he brought a lot of story and a lot of torment to the team, and he had probably like the that should have been the finale, but again, they did their little thing and it's like that. But that last fight between him and Captain Marvelous and they hitting each other and him winning and stuff like that, I think that should have been the season finale.
Yeah, I mean with the monkey too, that female
Yeah,
monkey that was Bosco was
yeah,
just
yeah,
running around with, like gave him the thing that stopped the bullet. It was like Dirty Harry.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It really was. It was literally like Clint Eastwood, like a Western style drawing, and like that should have definitely been like the end. I would have went out with that and would have been completely fine with
yeah. Um, there was a lot of Rangers in here. To name them all, it's pretty much
it.
they
Yeah.
had all 35 seasons of Rangers in here. Even the
Well,
last,
they had like a couple of specific
yeah,
episodes for
yeah.
specific people,
We'll
but
get into
you
that.
know damn well the number one person who I'm going to say that made a cameo is the Black Ranger from fucking
That
Jetman,
was my
man.
favorite, one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, bro, he's dead.
Yeah,
He's literally dead, and he's in a well, he's not dead. Now he's interdimensional
he was
because
like
if you remember
limbo.
Jetman is an interdimensional
Yeah,
show. You know what I mean? So he is dead in the physical
yeah,
realm, but he's not. So he got to come back and then he even had his little cameo in heaven
yeah, yeah,
with his girl. You
yeah.
know what I mean? So I was just like, damn well that we that was going to be one of our best episodes.
Yeah, that was
I
a
don't
good one.
remember specifically a lot of specific episodes, but I do remember I loved the episodes when they shared the power with somebody.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like there's a kid, like in the very beginning of the show, there's a kid that wants to be a Sentai. So Marvelous gave him the power. Like, go
yeah,
ahead, go fight, bro. Go fight as the Red Ranger and tell me what you think.
yeah,
I thought that was gangster. I
yeah.
really did.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. A lot of cameos from older Rangers. I did like the samurai, the female samurai one. I thought that was a pretty
Yeah.
cool episode. I thought the SPD team up was pretty solid. Again, you got a little bit of everyone because they had to get the keys and stuff like that. And then even towards the ending, you had like the black the Zoo Ranger, Black Ranger. You had the original Red Ranger. You had a lot of those cameos in the ending that kind of I actually liked those things, but again, like the ending was anticlimactic. But that whole scene with all the Rangers and them changing all to the Rangers, I thought that was actually really cool.
I mean, when the Green Ranger from Zoo Ranger transferred his shield over to the Red Ranger from Zoo Ranger to
Yeah,
kick
yeah,
fucking ass, I'm like, come on, bro. That's not nostalgia at its
yeah,
best.
yeah,
Like, because I know damn well any American watching this season right now flipped out at that fucking scene because I
yeah,
was just like, yo, that was everything. Especially we remember that specific episode when they're on that planet and fucking Tommy has to give his shield over to. It was just so good, man.
Yeah.
It really was. You know what I really liked about the suits when it came to the females, even if they transformed into a male character color, they
Yeah.
had the skirt.
Yeah. I thought that was a cool design.
I respected that because there's a scene when the Yellow Ranger turns into the Yellow Ranger from Zoo Ranger, which is trainee from here, and she has a skirt,
Yeah.
and then he transform into one of them transforms into the male version,
Yeah.
and he doesn't have the skirt.
Yeah.
It's like it's little subtle things like that that made it really good.
Yeah. But there was a lot of cool stuff. Again, this is a series that is definitely must watch. Um, okay, the episode I'm talking about is Wings Are Eternal, and that was the one with the Black Ranger from Jetman.
Yeah,
That was by far one of my favorite episodes, and just how his story is, and is actually the original actor and all that stuff. I thought that was actually really cool. Um, we had a lot of cool fight scenes too. I think this probably has some of the best fight scenes and how they fought, and like again, like Captain Marvelous's mannerisms and how he just presented himself. He was like very sleek and very um he looked badass, serious
yeah,
much. And
no,
now thinking about Troy applying that on him, I'm like, you're not Captain Marvelous though. But
nah, he's the man. He definitely is. The only thing that I didn't like, well, with them, but it has nothing to do with them. It had everything to do with the makeup. You know what I
yeah,
mean? It's just like they always had just one little bruise on their face. It'd be
yeah,
like one little speck on their cheek or one little. It was just every episode's like they had that. I just felt like they lacked when it comes to seeing that they got their asses whooped.
yeah,
Because Marvelous went through the ringer.
yeah, yeah. He did his thing. He got his ass kicked too.
He definitely did. Well, any good ranger is in the front of the battle. So
I did like the ship because again, it was actually a home base instead of just being a Zord. It was their travel. It's their travel. It's their home. It's everything that it is to them. Is their ship. Um, the Zords were okay. Again, a lot of CGI. That this is where we're gonna get. Like it's always gonna be CGI now. To more foremost. But other than that, I did like the power ups. I did like some of the Zord fight scenes and stuff like that. But I don't say the Zords were like a high keynote in the show. But it had some cool moments on it.
the Zords, it kind of got a little too much for me
Yeah.
because they were bringing the Zords back from other stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then combining it with newer stuff. So it's like they're forever interchangeable. It really doesn't matter
Yeah.
of the combinations that they can make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was cool. It was cool to see some of the old stuff, some of the old Rangers. Uh, one of my, I think it's one of the best morphin sequences. I like that stars and galactic stuff in the background when they actually morphed and
Yeah.
everything. I thought that was cool. I know it was utilized in Super Mega Force,
But
but
it wasn't as badass.
oh, not at all.
It
Just the
was.
fact that it was Super Mega Force and it was that
Yeah.
crappy ass. I wish we could just blink and that just not be there because like the last two episodes of Super Mega Force was good, but the rest of the show was just not good. I didn't
Yeah.
care for it.
And
Like
yeah.
just take this template. Like I don't understand why we can't just copy it verbatim.
Yeah.
Because if they did a season like the way they did this, because they only like popped in like one episode here and there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In like America. But in this, it was like every other episode. It was a new
Yeah.
character, a new thing. It's like then you're seeing suits that you'd never seen before, and I'm sitting there like I want to watch that season,
Yeah.
like the one with the when they morphed, and it was like it had to have been really old, but it was like a girl doll head.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like the second season.
That was like some real scary shit,
Oh,
bro.
that was a really creepy looking ranger suit.
Bro, I'm sitting there. This looked like Puppet Master. It looked like a lot of crazy shit going
I think it
on.
was
And I
the
was like,
second. I think it was the second or third season.
that is a season I want to see.
Yeah. But it was again they showed everything. They went through all the history of Rangers, and they did. I think they did a great job in doing it.
I
Um,
think they did a phenomenal job. I loved it.
it's a must watch. I will say this was the Sentai that's must watch. I will say this is 100%. So in my ranking, your ranking in your top five, where this lies, in your ranking anyway,
Well,
where does this lie right now?
well, because I think this is the second best Sentai show made, and it could battle Dayu. It could, because it has all the components. It has a little bit more of an edge because of the Rangers, but I do like Dire Ranger a little bit better just because of like the storyline, the Galactus, the part with
Yeah,
the kid becoming the White Ranger, nostalgia of the White Ranger, the Galactus kind of Serpentera dude.
yeah,
Excuse me, but besides that, I'm gonna be honest, like Dire Ranger kind of just been number one for us forever to the point where it kind of just solidified itself like that's the best one.
yeah,
But this one goes toe to toe with it, and I'll have to put it at it's the second greatest Sentai,
yeah.
me personally.
I could say I could argue that this could be a number one spot for sure. Dire Ranger
That's what
for
I was just
now,
trying
from
to
what I
say. Like it's
remember,
right
yeah.
there, man.
For now, I think Dire Ranger stays number one right now, and it's very small tangibles between the two seasons because they're, again, I say the full team wise, I think this is the number one team.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Um,
I just think Dire Ranger has been embedded in our
yeah,
brain for so long of being the best. Like nothing can top this.
yeah,
That this one giving it a run for its money, like is acknowledgement enough. You know what I mean? Like this, like I feel like they should share the number one spot. But then if you really looked at the the weight and
yeah,
it would probably lean towards Gokaiger to be number one.
yeah,
Just because of the Rangers. It's the
yeah,
Rangers that really do it.
yeah. Um, yeah, I think this
Man,
is
man,
a really top
man,
spot because
that shit is so
I
hard to
don't think
deal with.
nothing touches it. I don't think nothing touches it. I think my third one is Jetman.
I agree. I agree. And then after Jetman, it's a toss up between like there's Car Ranger, there's Mega Ranger, there's Time Ranger, Go Go, right? What is Go Go? I forgot what Go Go is.
Go Go 5 is Lightspeed.
Lightspeed
Yeah,
Rescue, right?
yeah.
All right, so maybe not that.
I would say,
But
to my knowledge, my right now it would be Dire Ranger, Gokaiger slash right now.
yeah, like those
Jetman.
are the only ones that I can solidify. And Jetman, I think Jetman's number three as well. I definitely put Jetman in number three.
I I will
But Jetman doesn't
yeah.
have a counterpart for us, so we
No.
kind of went backwards
Yeah.
when we did that. But
Yeah.
Mega Ranger, which is space,
If it's the
Car
ones that
Ranger.
if it's the ones that we watch, so the ones that we has a counterpart, I would say it would be Dire Ranger, Gokaiger. Um, I would say Time. After Jetman, it would be Time and SPD, and then Mega Ranger, the space one.
Well, Mega Ranger, I remember us. That was the one that
Lost to America just
America
because of the
America
story.
almost won. America almost won that one.
No, it won.
It won.
It
I don't
won.
know. We
That
have
was
to.
the
I
only.
have to.
It was that and SPD. It was the only two Americans that have won so far, and
Okay.
they it wasn't a close. It wasn't a close. It was very close. I
It's like,
think
cause I don't remember. Did Ninja Storm? Ninja Storm was close.
Ninja Storm. I think Ninja Storm also was another American one that won, just because Luthor and a lot of the villains. I think what made that show.
Yeah.
Compared to the Sentai, I think Mega Ranger lost to Space because of the use of the Psycho Rangers and Darkandra. I think it was more the villain things that made it win because Darkandra, Ecliptor, and how they made that story, and then how the Psycho Rangers were made. Because I remember clearly that the Psycho Rangers weren't as good in the Japanese one that it was in America and how they were used.
Yeah. I mean, and then there's also Kako Ranger. There's O Ranger.
Yeah,
Like, those are good seasons. They're not the greatest
yeah,
seasons, but
but
they're good seasons. You know what I mean?
yeah,
The Mystic Force season I remember being pretty decent,
yeah.
which we all know the Red Ranger from Mystic Force goes down as probably one of
Him
the
and
worst
Troy.
Red Rangers.
Fuck Troy.
Whoever. whoever it is in Operation Overdrive as well,
Yeah, him too.
because he's not even a fucking real person. He's an android.
Yeah.
So
So going on for this, so Gokaiger is getting a high spot. It's number two, maybe slash number one right now. I
I feel
honestly,
like it,
I'll say
I feel like
it's
it's
tied right
tied.
now. I think
Yeah,
I think we got to tie at number one, and maybe when we're done, we
we're
go
gonna go.
back
Well, yeah,
when
we're gonna
we
have to get our
select our
top
ones
five.
and go
I
back.
wanna, I wanna, I wanna rewatch our top five
Okay.
and then really solidify. Like we're gonna have to listen to our casts,
Yeah.
go by the ranking numbers of what we think we would, because all we got to do is fast forward to the end of our
Yeah.
cast. You know, we don't have to listen to the whole damn
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
because that's a lot of hours, ladies and gentlemen. Um, and and you would think that we would have had all this stuff written down, but I don't. But when we're done, when we figure out what is done to us,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because we got to go up. What Cosmic Fury was the last Power Ranger
Yeah.
one here, right? So I feel like once we get up to that, we could figure out what our top list is, and then really solidify what that list is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sounds
Because
good.
if we watch Dire Ranger, right, and then watch Gokaiger right after it, we're gonna get our answer of what's better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we refresh our brain with what Dire Ranger is, because we already know Gokaiger what it is. So
Yeah.
if we watch them, we'll get a definitive answer of what's better. And then you never know. For all we know, Dire Ranger could trickle down the list again. Who knows? You know what I mean? It's all about perspective. But I still see it being up there. I see Jetman being up there. I see Car Ranger being up there. Mega Ranger being up there. Time Ranger being up there. The SPD one, which I don't remember the name of that.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that is kind of the list right now
Deca
where we're
Ranger.
at. Deca Ranger.
Yeah.
That's kind of the list
Yeah.
where we're at.
Okay.
I think it's a pretty safe list. And then it would be like Kaku Ranger, which is the alien rangers, right?
Yeah. That was a dope season too, though.
I know, like that's like I'm remembering it. I remember O Ranger being decent. That's with Momo.
I know. Kaku Ranger might get like top five themes.
Yeah,
So
it
what we would,
might. It might.
I think once we finish Cosmic Fury, and I think there is a Sentai to, I don't know if you count this or not, but the Cosmic Fury one uses a Zord from a Sentai. So does that count to you to watch that season, or is it just the Zord and
If it's
it's not the
just the
Rangers?
well, the thing is, the Zord is the last 10 minutes of every show.
Yeah. So I think we
You
had
know
to
what I
watch
mean?
that Sentai.
What? So that's two Sentais for Cosmic Fury.
Yeah, it's Dino Fury, which is the first season. That one goes into I think it's Raku Ranger or something like that. And then they use the Zord of a Zaku Ranger, which is a space one. They just use the Zord. They don't use the actual Ranger suits, which is disappointing because the suits are insane, and there's also like different species in a Power Ranger suit. Like there's
Yeah.
actual wolf that's a Wolf Ranger. He's a wolf, human wolf.
Well, we all know Sentai and Power Rangers love wolves for
Yeah,
some
yeah.
reason. So.
So we'll get to where we get to, but for the our final thoughts on Go Kaiser, what you give it as a one out of
Ranking
five?
wise,
Yeah, 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 5, whatever.
no, it's 1 out of 5. We always do one out of
Yeah,
five. So I want to give it a 5, but I can't because of the last battle.
yeah,
So I just because of that, it's a 4.9.
4.9. I'm at a
Yeah,
four
because
eight
like
five.
yeah, it's right there. We're right there.
Yeah,
It's that last battle that really just was like if they would have just left it with like you said Bosco, and I didn't even think of that
yeah,
while watching it because when Bosco died, it was like in the early 40s, 40 like 45 or
yeah.
something
It
like
was
that,
like
and then we
right
had like
before that. It was right before
yeah,
the season finale stuff.
it was like I'm sitting there like and we still have episodes after this shit.
Yeah. I think it was three. That was like the final. I think that it was that, and then it went to the final 3 episodes.
But like just because of that last battle, I loved every single thing about the
Yeah.
show. I love the Rangers from other seasons coming in. I think they did a great job at interjecting them and placing them throughout the entire season, and not just like a couple episodes here and there. They were pretty consistent. I think I oh my god, the Yellow Ranger, she's just so hot. Like I was in awe of her while watching. She was just so cute. I couldn't take it. All the Rangers was dope. I love the fact that they have zero patience for shit and just shoot motherfuckers. They're like, oh, just like we're tired. It was like we I don't want to deal with this shit. Just shoot them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they did with the shooting, made them cooler outside the suit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they were genuinely cool fucking like cool people, cool Rangers. Like they didn't need to transform to be dope.
Yeah.
They were dope without it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like my 4-9. It would have been flawless if it wasn't for that last battle
Yeah.
scene.
And I will always think of this Ranger team as these Rangers and not the Mega Force.
Oh yeah, nah. Megaforce is horrible, man.
Yeah.
Horrible.
All right. Yeah, I'm at a 4.85. I think there's some little things within the seasons, but other than that, I really enjoyed what I watched. Even from the movie standpoint, I actually enjoyed the movies I watched as well. I wish they connected more to the season, but other than that, they're literally the movies are somewhat one off. Besides the hunt, the big legendary battle, but other than that, like they connect, but they don't really connect. Like they connect
Oh,
because they have story, but they don't really connect.
you know what I also loved about the show, and I totally forgot, was the little fucking bird, bro.
Yeah, the bird is great.
Yo, it's like
Navi.
yeah, it's like there's like a scene of like everybody in shock. So you see a scene where one person turns ahead, another person turns ahead, another person turns ahead, and then the bird turns ahead. Like it was
Yeah,
hard. And then he smacked the Green Ranger in the face. Like
yeah,
get your shit together. I was
yeah.
like, yeah, oh, yo, that bird was just he was one of the best little sidekicks in
Yes.
Sentai. I think he was probably the best sidekick
The
in
other
Sentai,
thing
from
I
what I
liked
remember.
about the show, there was no mentor.
Yeah, they well, I mean,
Well, Captain Marvelous kind of is he's the leader of the
well,
crew, but he's not a mentor.
I feel like Aka Red was kind of a mentor to Marvelous.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, he just gave you the key. He was like, yeah, good luck.
yeah, I don't like. I feel like everybody just stood on their own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They didn't. I didn't even realize that. I didn't even know. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, no mentor. It was more the mentors
Yeah,
of the
because
other
they had
Rangers.
Gokaiger. They
Yeah.
had Gokaiger in Gokaiger. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's like Gosei. They had
Yeah.
Gosei in Gokaiger. So it's like, yeah, they were just pirates, bro.
Yeah.
And they let in an Earthling.
Yes.
I don't know how he's flying through space right now,
Yeah.
but that's neither here or there. You know what I mean?
But it is what it is. It's
They
magic.
ate a lot in this show too.
Yes,
I
they did.
love that.
Yes.
I love that. They ate a lot.
Yes. All right. So this is the MorphinCast. We wrap this up. Follow us on all our social medias. The MorphinCast. We do have episodes of the Luchadores and also the Mystic Knights of Cherry Nog. For our Wheel of Hell. There are some added features in the Wheel of Hell, and we'll probably have another episode for VR Troopers down the road. So definitely check those. Stay tuned for that. Our next Power Ranger show will be Dino Charge, and that'll probably be the next big Morphin Cast
Like
between
that's
this.
broken into 2 seasons as well, right?
Yeah, so that's like yeah, but it's like 40 episodes. But the base of American ones are 40 episodes. They break it into.
Yes, but do we have to watch 2 Sentais to watch this
No,
one
it's
show?
only one Sentai.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah. Dino
that's what I
Charge
was
is just one
wondering
Sentai.
because
Yeah,
with Megaforce we watched two different Sentais
because
just to
they
watch
use two different
one
Sentais.
American show. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So it's like that was a little much, man. Watching 100 episodes of Sentai while watching 23 episodes of fucking Power
yeah.
Rangers. You know what I mean? It's like,
It, that was the problem is the fact that they used two different Sentais and they used Gokaiger and then they used Gokaiger. So
yeah,
that was the reason why we did both because they actually used the full suits of everything. That's the reason why we also did the Alien Rangers because the Kaku Ranger was the third season. That's why we did that one
yeah.
because the Alien Rangers. So
Well, that made sense though because they weren't utilized anywhere else.
Yeah,
So
pretty much. I'm thinking about the theme song too. I'm like, damn, that is one of the best theme songs.
I haven't heard it in a long time, but
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure once I hear it, it's
yeah.
gonna bring
That
back.
Dire Ranger definitely has one of the best theme songs. I think to this day, I'll if it plays on my random Spotify, I will listen to it in full.
Yeah.
So yes, we are
Oh,
wrapping up. So yes, follow our other MorphinCast. We have the Shell Shock podcast and the Not a Trekkie. We also have our weekly It Gets Better I Swear podcast and also the Wrestling Babble, which we'll be recording later on today. Check us out on me and Mark and Mike on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitch, and TikTok. I'm also going to be on Twitch later on today, starting Yakuza Zero Director's Cut. So stay
you
tuned
love
and
those
enjoy the
Yakuza
adventures.
games.
I love those games. So I'm definitely going to do the adventure of that, or I might be on Marvel Rivals with my niece. So I'm depending on her schedule, and if she's willing to play Marvel Rivals with me, I'll play that. Or I might do Cosmic Fury. So I have Cosmic Invasion. So I have a few games, but most likely they're gonna be the Yakuza one. So check that out. Follow Tenacious T.
Yeah, you can follow me at the real Todd Skuwap on Instagram and Twitter. I'm pretty active on Twitter nowadays, but not too much of posting or anything like that. Just being on Twitter. So you can follow me. You can do whatever you want. Send me some bets because I'm a degenerate gambler. Always just shouts out to Game On, retro video game store based out on Long Island in two separate locations, one in Miller Place, one in Smithtown. Also go and check out the retro video game arcade Game On, one in Lake Grove, Smith Haven Mall, and Riverhead Tanger Outlet. Fun for all ages, and it's just a good time. You know what I mean?
Nice.
We've been there numerous times. So
Yes. Also follow Recycling Inc. on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and WordPress. He also has some videos up for Marvel's Cosmic Invasion. Some of his gameplay, so definitely check that out if you want to see that game. If you do like beat 'em ups and shit like that, Cosmic Invasion 100% you'll love. So
yeah,
definitely play that.
check out our other casts
Yes,
of Shell Shock,
yes,
not a Trekkie podcast, obviously the MorphinCast,
yes,
the weekly It Gets Better I Swear cast, the Wrestling Babble,
yes,
and we're eventually going to go dive back down into the Game of Rage podcast once I'm done with Mass Effect 2.
yes. All right. So